All right, welcome from that short break. Let's dive down to something more technical, something you should be knowing about. That is part of the concept I want us to take notes. We'll be talking about some few basic concepts under the market diffuser forex binary strategy. We are not done with some concept we should be looking at. So we'll start all over again and refreshing our brain from what we have seen before in the market and then what we've talked about. So we have about 7 concepts. Okay, so we have concepts to talk about. So, but this morning, I want us to talk about, so we have trend, we have transitioning, okay, we have support resistance, we have demand supply, we have timing, and then we have candlesticks, we have chart patterns, that's the 7 concepts. Okay, so these are the 7 concepts we have mandated to go through them, but to the glory of God, I know we are not seeing this concept for the very first time, and I know we have clues of what these concepts are, at least from the first, second, and third. Okay, in some ways. So this is not a strange concept to you. And this is exactly what brings mastery. What you come across every day, what you see often and on, what you see more of the times, because a pattern in your brain builds a pathway. That is just how mastery comes. Builds a pathway, and you look at it anytime, any day, and you know what you're doing at it. So if you've seen this concept before now, congratulations to you. It is such a huge win. If you've seen this concept for the very first time, congratulations to you, because I will advise you to go over this concept 8 million times if possible, if you can. Listen to me and listen real good now. Mastering this concept, this is HFX. I am not taking you into any broad zigzag chart analysis. You draw different silly lines just to confuse your whole chart. No. My strategy is simply clear to the way and straight in point. All you just need is to follow it and you are good. My strategy and my charts are clean. It is not so ambiguous. In fact, you're not doing much of mathematics here. You're just mastering a pattern that pays you till you die. You can transmute it to your children and it continues paying them. It's a transgenerational wealth. It's communicable. So if you're seeing this concept for today, you want to go through each concept over and over and over and over and over again until you master every bit of it, until your brain can tickle you whenever you see it in the live chat. It is going to come in diverse ways, in diverse methods. So there is every important news that you grab on each concept intensely and in-depthly. So irrespective how market wants to present that same concept, you will be able to define it and communicate and understand what our market is intending doing and predict it at least with 80% accuracy. Let's go over the first concept, which is trend. We establish trend today and finish it whenever we can. If we are able to finish it today, to God be the glory. Otherwise, it comes back again. So we have trend. Trend is everything you have to know. Trend is your friend. Trend is not your enemy. Trend is here to help you. Trend is your God. Trend is a friend in need, and also a friend indeed. So he's gonna play a role of an enemy. He's gonna play a role of a friend, depending on how you want to say it. If you make a trend your friend, it's gonna be your life friend. If you decide to make it an enemy, it's gonna deal with you in the market. Let's go over it. What's trend? You've heard several times what's trending, what's trending, what's trending. It's still not different from here. This is a complex market. This is a huge market. It is a huge market that generates over $6.6 trillion on the daily basis. It is so huge. The whole world is on daily basis transacting in this. So when we talk about trend in this industry, whatever that trend is huge for traders and is so influencing. Whatever that is trending in this huge systematic market is quite influencing the traders or participants in it. So you want to sharpen your six senses. Make it six now. You want to sharpen the six senses. Add one from the 5 to the 6 and use them accurately to predict the financial market. So trend we know is a systematic flow of a thing, of a thing or a phenomena at a particular given time. All right. So you say trend is something happening, it's something going on, it's something displaying or manifesting at a particular time, It has to do with two things. It has to do with the time, and then it also has to do with what's displaying, what's happening. So we have two keynotes. We have for trend, we have time, very important, and then we have what's popping, right? What's happening. Okay, so time, what's happening, are very important features to trend. We need to know when that particular display is happening. All right, and we'll have to use the time to work on trend. So if we have price trending, what's trend? Trending is what we're talking about. Trending. So a trend could be up or down. All right. So when you hear somebody say trending, you ask what's trending. You could say a downtrend, then that is what's trending at the moment, or an uptrend is what's trending at the moment. But trends could either be both ways. It could be up or down. So whichever way it is trending. So you have to understand what's trending at the particular time you got on the trade or you got on the chart. It is very important to take note of that. So let's say, for instance, we'll have a price trending up on an uptrend. So, price is trending up, trending up, trending up, and trending up, and trending up. So since you are seeing and you know the price is trending up, basically enough, identifying trend on your chart is one of the simplest thing to do. In fact, it sincerely does not require much analysis. All you just need to do is look and you will see. Look and you will see. It's that simple. Looking at this, you just know it is an uptrend. If you're not sure about that, you could add okay, let me use this chart. The other chart might look so crazy that you might just be confused. That chart is peculiar to me. You want to make a chart peculiar to you. So looking at this, you know that this is, to be honest with you, some trend can be very corny. All right, so you have to know what's coming before it even happens. So you're looking at the chart and you're not sure of whether it's an uptrend. You can decide to employ some of the tools we have on the system or on your chart and use them to clarify yourself. So this is obvious. It is obvious that is an uptrend, but something happened here. All right, something happened here. I want to clarify from here, all right, and then to here. Okay, now this was a whole way push up, and this is a consolidation or ranging. All right, this is a ranging. But now I want you to understand something. We trade HFX and we trade binary and we trade high frequency. That is, this style of trading is so unique to you as a trader. It's so unique to you as a trader. What other traders might be seeing on the chart, you might be seeing the opposite. Some traders will be seeing this as a whole ranging market, this particular thing. Of course it is. But to you, it is a ranging, but to you also, it could be an uptrend. Yeah. To you also, it could be a typical ranging. Why do I say that? Because you trade per candlestick. You trade per candlestick, per candlestick, per candlestick. You don't trade based on the whole structure, for instance, here. But based on the whole structure, it's very important by each candlestick that is opening. Of course, we are in the market. All right, let me explain what I'm saying. Now, this is a ranging. Let me specify that. Let's specify this ranging from here. Okay, and here. I can put it here, and then this is a whole ranging. All right, but then let's see something more. Look at this. What is it looking at now? What is it looking at now? It's looking like more of an uptrend. You see, let me show you this. It's looking like more of an uptrend. You see that? You see that? It's looking like more of an uptrend, but it's a ranging in view. It's a typical ranging in view, but it's looking like more of an uptrend. The reason is because you trade in minutes, they trade in hours. You trade in minutes, they trade in weeks, in days. If you take this chart, let's say move it from 5 minutes to 1 day chart, we have a different look. A different look. We have something so different. Look at what we're having. And we're having something like in a whole day, what has happened. So on that particular ranging you saw, it doesn't appear on the daily chart. You won't see it on the daily chart. So the ranging you saw won't be there on the daily chart. It's being covered already by a single candlestick. Could be this candle. It could be this candle. So if you broaden this chart to, let's say, an hour, look at what we have here. Look at what we have here. Look at what we have here on an hour chart. The ranging appeared around the zone, and then a double pattern. That is these two chart patterns that we'll talk about though. This is a double bottom, 1, 2. Okay, and it's a static reversal pattern. Just look at that. After this, it reversed, and look at that. Upward is a reversal pattern. It's called a double bottom. All right. We also have what we call a double top. We also have what we call triple bottom, triple top. Those are reversal, serious reversal patterns. We also have what we call head and shoulder. Those are serious reversal patterns. We'll talk about them though, not now. Okay, now we move this chart to, let's say, 30 minutes. It's broadened. It's becoming broader. But because we trade on a dynamic time frame, we view the chart in a different way from other traders. You have to consider an overall trend. That is, you have to start analyzing your chart from the hourly or from the daily. You want to consider the overall trend for that day. Now we are on this, and this is Friday 21. Okay, for this particular chart now, that's July 23rd. And for the daily chart, for the daily trend of this particular market, for the daily, we met this at 21, Friday, okay? So this is Friday. So this is Friday. So you see the daily trend is an obvious downtrend, and then a basic consolidation right here. So there's a consolidation around here. But if you broaden, it's on a rough downtrend, a strong downtrend. Brush is on a downtrend, right? All the way down from here, all the way down. So on the daily, you know that you're working on any downtrend. You met a downtrend from whichever window you're opening on from. I want you to understand these concepts perfectly well. From the daily chart, you have a downtrend. Okay, so you know you're dealing with a downtrend. On the hourly, you also have something appearing on the downtrend also. On the hourly, is still on a downtrend. Then there is a reversal that struck after the reversal chart pattern that appeared, the double bottom that took price above. So, but otherwise, from the hourly, you have a reversal down, and then you have a downtrend and a reversal uptrend. Okay, so on the 30 minutes, you have a typical uptrend. Remember that a downtrend affected the on the hourly, a double bottom affected the whole trend, and then it reversed. And this is what we have on the 30 minutes, a typical uptrend up there to the moon. Okay, so on the 5 minutes, this is what we have then. On the 5 minutes, we now have an uptrend coming down from a ranging market, right? Ranging, and then an uptrend, and an uptrend. Now, if you understood my narrowing from the daily down to hourly, you start understanding why reversals happen. A reversal that struck on the hourly can typically affect on the 5 minutes on a whole longer run. So analyzing your trend, you have to start from the bigger time frame to know exactly what's happening on the bigger time frame. But you are not executing based on the trend on the bigger time frame. I want you to understand something from here. You are not executing an idea based on the time on the bigger time frame. You are executing an idea based on your execution time frame. That is how my strategy works. My strategy doesn't even take you backward. What are you seeing on your charts? Trade what you see on your chart. That is how it is. That is why you don't even need a multiple window. You don't need a multiple monitor, a multiple display to do this. If you understand what you're doing on your chart, it is enough for you to be able to consistently maneuver your way around the financial market. It is that simple. It is that simple. So for this ranging that we saw both in the chart, we then discovered that it was a ranging, but also an uptrend, an uptrend flow. So, but since it's on the ranging side, you have to know its ranging peak above and below. There's a peak for it. We can call it zone. We can call it a demand zone or a support zone. Support zone or demand zone. So you want to get a peak above and a peak below. It is very important. Once you've gotten the peak above, the peak below, you now know that that place serves as a support and the other side as a resistance. But we're not talking about support and resistance now, so we still continue on trend. I just wanted you to understand the different narrowings in trend. All right, trend is a very powerful concept. You should never joke with. Let's continue. Therefore, you know that price is going up, going up, going up. It is a typical uptrend. I mentioned how to know that a trend is either all going up or coming down. You could use some of the tools, you could eyeball it. It is so easy to know. But now I want to talk about the rules of this trend. The rules you should know. So when a trend is developing, when a trend is processing, when a trend is on the move, you are on the lookout. You know what to expect before a reversal shoots, or you know what to expect when a continuation or a continuation is in progress. So like I mentioned, we all know already strategically that the market diffuser forex binary strategy one is based on rules, but you cannot effectively apply those rules without first understanding what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing in the market to know how to apply rules. What I mean is this: you have to know that this particular, let me use this for instance. No, you have to know that this is a straight line, first of all, to then understand okay, excuse me. You have to know that this is a straight line to understand that a straight line cannot curve except you break it. If it is on a stick, probably if it is a straight stick, all right? But then for a line, for you to kind of give another shape of it, you have to cross another line to it. But then you have to understand first that this is a line for you to now think about other ways to maneuver around this same line to giving you another figure or another shape. That is, if you're drawing, drawing begins with a simple line. If you're drawing a pencil, you know that just draw a line, shaping the head or whatever way, and then you have your pencil. If you want to draw a house, it all begins with a line. But learning how to maneuver those lines to giving you what you want is another story. So if we have to know how to apply these rules, then we must be very, very familiar with what goes on in it. That is why we're learning about trend. The first particular rule we're talking about already. All right. So in our next after the short break at 6:10, when we come back, we look at the rules in trend. But a quick recap of what I've talked about on trend. I've talked about the trend, and I said that trends are occurrences, happenings that affect the market. It affects the market decision. If you're joining this section, please you mute yourself. That affects market decisions in a lot of ways. Don't worry, I'm muting you now. Who is disturbing me? Okay, muted. So, and trend is a very good friend of yours and a very good friend of mine. If you want a trend to work against you, believe me, it's going to do that perfectly well. Spotting a trend, you can spot a trend in diverse ways. You can spot a trend in many ways. You can eyeball a chart to know what is going on in the trend. All right. You can use tools provided by your chart to figure out what the trend looks. Some trend, mind you, some trend can be technical. They can come in a very corny way. But because you already know the rules, it will be easy to simplify and get it right. So that will be all for this particular section. After the break, we will talk about the few rules on trend. See you all.